Okay, bros, so this is gonna be the last pre-recorded battle for a little while. I'm gonna go and try to record some battle spot later on. This is testing out the team that I referenced in a video earlier. My little sabotage team. And basically what it is I'm running 2 defensive walls and a sweeper. One defensive wall is going to be a physical defensive and toxic and infestation staller, and the other one is going to be basically nothing but substitute and entry hazards. And my plan with this is I open up with my Aridos, hit a sticky web, switch out into my fortress, and then throw in some toxic spikes, and then lay on is layer after layer after layer of regular spikes, and then bring in my Kangaskhan, force a few switches with Roar, and then pound on the power up punch and chip away. And if I get stuck with a really defensive Pokemon, then I'll go ahead and throw in a Dizzy Punch to hopefully confuse them. So, the question of the day with this setup is going to be based on egg moves. Originally, I wanted Fortress to have Spikes, Toxic Spikes, and Stealth Rocks along with Substitute or Explosion. But Stealth Rocks is an egg move, and I did not know that prior to. I should have, but I didn't think about that. And originally, the moveset that I wanted for my Kangaskhan was Dynamic Punch instead of Dizzy Punch, Mach Punch, Power Up Punch, and Circle Throw instead of Roar. But Mach Punch, Circle Throw, and Dynamic Punch are also egg moves or previous generation moves or something. So, in the comment section below for the question of the day, let me know what you would do with this team differently, and let me know what pairings you would suggest for breeding to be able to get the moves on those 2 Pokemon that I want, so that I can fully finish this team. And hopefully in as few breeding pairs as possible, because right now they're all 6 IV, and I want to keep the end result also being all 6 IV. So here we go with the battle. Now she's going to throw in a Dragolge. I don't really know anything at all about Dragolge. I'm going to start off with a sticky web, but she hits me with a waterfall, activates that red card, and gets switched. And this irritates me every time this happens, because it happens before I can get off that sticky web, and I really need that speed drop so that I can set up my spikes without getting hit before I get my spikes out, you know? So then I switch out into my fortress to finish off my entry hazards. Take a good hard psychic to the face, and they're going to sit there and try to calm mind me and give me a good setup. And honestly, I'm not even worried about it. So I toss in my toxic spikes, and as far as I know, you're only able to get 1 layer. I don't see why it would be any point behind getting more than 1 layer. And they baton pass. Okay? So that's like the last thing you want to do whenever someone toxic spikes you. So now they got that speed fall, and they got the toxic spikes, but they got the boost in their special attack and special defense. So it ain't that bad. Except for the fact that I don't have really anything for special attack, and I'm just pounding on the layers of spikes now. And they're popping off a few T-bolts. This really hits me hard here. And at this point I'm trying to decide, am I going to put in that last layer of spikes, or am I going to go for an explosion? I end up going for the spikes simply because of the fact that it would probably be able to take the explosion and not go out right away. So I go ahead and get that third layer spikes in. And I bring in Big Mama, my Kangaskhan. I believe I go for a Mega Evolve Power Punch or Mega Evolve Roar. I don't remember which one. I go for the P-Punch. I get one hit, one boost, another hit, another boost, and it actually survives. Now this surprises me. I was not expecting this to be able to take that and live through it. And then it gets a crit on me with a T-Wave. But at least I didn't take the Paralyze. I go for the P-Punch for a little bit more boosting of my attack. So right now I'm at a +3 attack. At this point, I'm relaxed. I'm just going to coast from here. This Girafarig is no threat at all. It's got no speed. It's got no physical defense. All it can do is boost its special defense and baton past that. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with a P-Punch to get that 4th rise in my attack. It survives. Takes the second one, gives me a 5th rise in my attack. So now I'm at a +5 attack. Bring in this Dragolge. Now I don't really know anything about Dragolge that much. You know, I don't have one that I know of, but if I do, I haven't really used it for anything at all yet. And here, because I don't want to mess around with it, I go for the Chip Away and just take it down. So for this team, I'm surprised, because normally I like to run just an all-out attack, but with this team instead, I decided to run for the most part defensive and run a sabotage type setup and see how that goes for me. And it's actually done so well for me that I think that I'm probably going to go 30-0 today with ranked battles. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to go outside for some better lighting and some fresh air, and I'm going to play a few ranked battles, and I will add the ones that I like to my video. I will keep count, and yeah, so let's see what else I post, and in the meantime, I'm going to upload what I've got so far. Game on, bros. See you next time.